All right, Cube fans, we are back for round 3 of Draft 3. Sam Black has been on a tear, as my friend Dan Schneider and I have been calling the action all night for this third draft. Domain Rock is what you've called this deck.
Yep.
And we were talking about some decks that potentially could be a more difficult matchup.
Yep.
For Sam.
We did.
Now, we have Theo McGrath, opponent of Sam in round 3. I see a deck with a lot of red cards and 16 mounts. What would you call this?
This deck goes by many names.
It does.
There's a wonderful Ristic study video about like the evolution of this, but at this point in time for this matchup, this deck is called Sly.
That's right. We are going back to the Wayback Machine, just like this cube is, to make sure that we can get the appropriate name. So we have Sly versus Rock. Name a more classic matchup for this cube.
It's hard to imagine. This is like what a great finals this hopefully will turn out to be.
And I believe our players are ready to go.
Yep.
So we're ready to get this underway. Sam looking for a double 3-0.
Yeah.
A 3-0 for this draft and a 3-0 on the day for trophies.
Oh, yeah. The 3-0-9-0.
3-0-9-0.
Goblin Sledder in play. Cracking in for one there. Sam with I'd say an uncharacteristically slow start.
Yes.
For his deck. Not really any early acceleration. Whereas we have the 1/2 Goblin Punch.
And there are 3 goblins in the deck, and we have 2 of them on the battlefield.
Yep. There's a distinct goblin sub-theme to the red section of this cube, and then there's a distinct kind of traditional mono-red aggro, and Theo, despite his first 2 cards, is actually more on the traditional mono-red aggro side, so that your cards like Ball Lightning and Jackal Pup, and sort of avoiding the more goblin-oriented side of the red section of this cube.
Now, Sam with something we have not seen. That was a main phase Brainstorm.
Into a non-fetch land.
Sam looking for something to play.
Oh.
And we have
the classic mono-red backbreaker.
Every cube in existence this has ever been in. We have Sulphurous Vortex as Sam takes 2 during his upkeep. Theo will do the same. For some reason, I feel like he doesn't mind as much.
No, I think he's quite okay with the trade-off. Sam dropping a big blocker here. 1/4
Trade Wind Rider.
Which will kind of slow down the attacks a bit.
For a bit. Now, we do have a Hammer of Begarden, which time is a card that has certainly forgotten it, but it is going to be able to team up with one of these 2 goblins to take out Trade Wind Rider. That's exactly what we're going to see.
Yeah, I think there's possibly an Incinerate in there as well, but definitely I think the Hammer is the most mana efficient of the options.
And there it is, Hammer of Begarden. Going to take out the remaining 3 toughness left over on that Trade Wind Rider to clear the way for little Goblin Sludder to continue his assault.
Yep.
Now, interestingly, Goblin Sludder could have sacrificed itself to give the other Goblin +1/+1 for it to live in combat.
True.
As you're delivering with one extra power with the creature that bends itself.
I think I see a Rorik's Bladewing hiding in Theo's hand.
Boy,
for big top finisher,
and I believe it will be if it can enter the battlefield.
Oh yeah,
Sam already down to 11. That's a virtual 9 on his next turn, as he's passing 3 mana up with a Wood Elves on the battlefield to block, which is going to be relevant. Yeah, I mean, any blockers will do.
Yep. Yeah. His hand a little bit close. A Browbeat. Ooh. One of the classics.
This looks a lot like a draw 3 to me, with Sam on 11 potentially going to 4.
He needs nope. Look at them taps.
Defiantly taking 5.
Tap.
You will not draw 3 cards on my watch.
End of turn, we have an Abrupt Decay.
I don't think I remember that one in that environment when the Rock versus Sly matchup.
Yeah, it was that one's a little bit better than normal. Into Probe for the last 2 cards in Theo's hand. He's going to fire off that Incinerate that we saw, but Rorik's is going to the bin. Sam Black.
Probably wiping some sweat off his head after seeing that Rorks go to the bin at 6 life with 5 lands for Theo.
Sam Black down to 3 life. There's a lot of cards in this format that are
There sure are
a potential problem.
Let me tell you some of them by name.
Okay.
We have Ball Lightning.
Ball Lightning will do it.
Blistering Firecat.
Same thing.
Fire Blast.
Ooh.
We have, if we're really feeling froggy, we can rebuy that Hammer of Garden.
That's what we've done.
As we see, saying, Sam, you got a turn. Do your best.
Suspend one.
Suspend one.
Suspend one on that Hammer of Garden.
We have a Keldon Champion, which is a classic cube card that I love.
Oh.
We see, thank you, Sam. Thank you for playing that Wasteland.
Yep.
This is game 1.
There it is.
It's game 1. I knew it was in there.
Finally get to see it. And his opponent has...
This could be a Ravenous Baloth. We see 4 mana.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh yeah, you better read that one, Theo. That one could be a problem after you took your turn off to
well, we see another a good aggressive creature in, I believe that's Kamal the Barbarian, which is the Kamal Pit Fighter, the Barbarian Legend version.
Which taps to shock or to lightning bolt something. And Sam is going to gain 4, then lose 3, essentially killing that Ravenous Baloth, which is gotta get it out.
Pretty good.
Gotta get it out. Ravenous Baloth, a very specific text. Sacrifice a beast. Now it's a beast, but it's not always the only beast.
Yeah.
And if Sam was able to play any other random beast and sacrifice it while sticking the Ravenous Baloth around, that is sometimes enough versus a red deck.
It looks like Sam has an Eternal Witness. Very much looking at picking that Baloth back up. However,
and I'll tell you why he's not doing it.
Yep.
Because it's going to hit the bin immediately because he has to cast it from that brush land to go back down to 3.
Yeah, it does.
So are we going to see it? It's going to happen. So
it's gonna happen.
We're going to have a replay of last turn. This time Sam's going to end up with a Eternal Witness sticking around.
Yep. We hope. I mean, there's
that's best case scenario.
That's best case. I mean,
we got 3 points of damage in Theo's hand.
Yep.
Now
sacking it on Theo's turn.
I think he's saying before he untaps.
Before he untaps. Got it.
As he realizes that potentially dangerous, because if he doesn't do that before Theo goes to cast that Hammer of Garden.
Yep.
Then it would simply
hammer
not
on the E-Witness to be able to attack for 6, putting him down to 1.
And Sam's going to have to come up with something awfully good. He knows it. What do we have?
Gravedigger. And this is something
we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Hammer Garden could come back to hand because that would
I
make
expect it will.
A draw. A live draw would be a land. A live draw would be a burn spell, and we're going to see the hammer come back. 5 mana, return it to your hand.
Yep. That's a Grim Lavamancer. Oh, joy of a card. Just not even burn spells, not even attacking, just creatures that are dealing damage.
We got 5 live right here.
Yeah. 5 face, and it repeats. We're not sacking anything to do it.
And so we have 3 in turn from Cabal Pit Fighter.
Yep.
We have 2.
Yep, and Sam's going to pack it in.
Yeah, going to be difficult. That required
a lot of life.
7 life to be gained just to survive your next turn. That's probably one a bridge too far.
Yeah. Think that Wasteland's going to stick in?
I do not. I do not.
think we might see that turn into a different card.
I
get
think
60 mountains.
I think it could turn into a basic land.
Yep, I think so too. See, some sort of swap is happening.
I was absolutely positive he was going to play that in his main deck. And I'm so glad.
You were so right.
I'm so glad we saw it in game 1 because this was the last chance.
Oh, because he was absolutely going to side it out.
He's going to side it out.
Yeah,
we needed to see it. We needed
to
see it.
I mean, impressive showing from Theo. Drafted the Sly deck. 1-drop, 2-drop, removal spell, just relentless. Or 1-drop, 2-drop into Sulfuric Vortex. Like what? There's no better start. I mean,
no, there's not.
You could have had a better one too, but boy.
but
Wouldn't trade it for the 3 though.
no, and I mean honestly, it hardly matters what your 1 and 2 is if you have Vortex on 3.
Yeah.
You could have a vanilla 1/1 and a vanilla 2/2.
Mons Goblin Raiders into Goblin Piker into
Sulfuric
Sulfuric Vortex.
You're favored. You're favored. And
Advantage bar.
yeah, exactly. Sliding all the way over. So I love that we just have this the Rock versus Sly. Sam is cruising. He's like, I'm outvaluing everyone. I got all these new cards up to power level of this, and then Sly's like, hey, remember me? Remember this matchup? And that was even a recurring Ravenous Badeloth game.
Yeah. Cast
8 life.
More. He cast the Bailoff naturally.
Oh God!
Gained life off
It was
that.
12.
He witnessed it. He grave dug it.
Yes, 12 life.
12 life. Theo did 32 damage that game. That's
I really love that we saw the power of Hammer Garden because that card. There are a lot more efficient things nowadays.
Oh yes.
But there was a time where you name your top 3 burn spells in all of Magic, and that was in there.
Oh yeah.
It was Lightning Bolt, Fire Blast, and maybe Hammer is third.
Yeah.
Very good chance of that.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't think there's a foil price. I don't think there's a foil old border price of
Not
progress.
Old Border.
Otherwise, Theo would definitely want that one in against Sam.
That's true. He could just say, I don't have to cast any creatures. I'll just wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to play the game.
TikTok, Mr. Black. TikTok.
Yeah. No, we have a foil one in the Fire and Lightning.
The Premium Deck Series.
Premium Deck Series. Yeah.
But not. I don't think we have an old border foil.
We do not.
That is a Magic card that I have played a lot of in and around this time. I played Vintage when Vintage was much worse.
Yes.
And I would play mono red. I remember just having matches where I'd be like, well, I have to rip 2 ball lightnings off the top. Guess I lost. Oh, wait, press progress, you're dead.
That is 2 ball lightnings.
Turns out that was 12 damage. You had 6 lands in play. They were all duels.
Yep.
All right, looks like we have some fresh hands.
Speaking of ball lightning,
Yep.
Theo doesn't have 2, but he definitely has 1 in his hand.
I mean, his Blistering Firecat, that's doing a wonderful ball lightning impression.
And we see Goblin Sledder. That was the victory start for the last game, so a pretty solid follow-up for game 2.
Sam fetching, doing Theo's job for him.
Yeah, a lot of fetch lands in there.
A lot of fetch lands in there.
I like to see it. Fetch lands, pain lands. Sam is going to get to 4 mana when Theo's on 2, and that is going to mean time to start casting meaningful spells.
I think the first card I was able to spot in his hand is definitely a meaningful spell that's keeping on the same way, which is a Psalm Simulacrum.
Oh, that's
got to keep that ramp train going.
Yeah, ramp it up. Great blocker. Draw a card for your trouble.
I think we literally just drew the same goblin again.
So, what do we have on 2? Is that a? Oh, that's a Spitfire Handler, I believe. So that is the goblin that has fire breathing, but if you fire breathe it too much, it bites the dust on its own. We'll see. We'll see what the card viewer with Spitfire Handler comes up.
Ewit rebuy the Misty. So missing a land in the hand, so he wasn't able to get all the way to 4 to cast that Solemn.
Nope, just has straight fire breathing. Can't block, and then it has words after that, which are irrelevant. Spitfire Handler not going to be in the business of blocking this game, but it probably is going to be blocked on its first chance with that Eternal Witness.
Decent possibility.
Now,
cracking right in.
Theo is passing up the chance to do a ball lightning, which means there has to be a more meaningful play.
I think if I see his hand, and I think I do, he has both ball lightnings. He has the ball lightning and the blistering firecat in hand.
I can do math, and that's 13.
Burn players and Sly players may not be able to do everything, but the one thing they do very well is count to 20.
Yes. And Sam has said, why don't you just count to 18? Because that's 2 fetch lands that have been cast.
Do we have a Bailoff? We have a Solemn. So Sam continuing to develop his mana, continuing to get to the point where he can play those really impactful spells. We are at Domain. We've hit domain.
We're officially at domain.
He did it.
That is a requirement for Sam to win.
Yep.
Didn't hit it last time, lost.
Yeah, it's a real abyssal persecutor. It's like Sam Black cannot win the game, and his opponent cannot lose until he has domain.
That's true. He has it now.
And he has it now, so the game can continue.
However, Theo's going to say it can, but I don't want it to for very much longer.
Yeah, I'm pretty done with that. So we're going to see eight come across, putting Sam down to 6.
That is a notable number for being less than Blistering Firecat's power.
Yeah, it is. I think we also see a volcanic. I think it's volcanic eruption. So Flame Tongue Kavu there. That Kavu is going to prevent 2 damage, leaving Sam at 1.
Theo is feeling it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is there a Fire Blast lurking?
No, I think there's a Lightning Bolt, a Jackal Pup, and one other card.
We're gonna go to 1. Answer is yes.
There is a Fire Blast,
and we're going to see
done.
A slaughter.
Yes,
I don't. Sam was able to reduce Theo's life to 20 that game, and that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, that is.
We saw the Collective Restraint come in, which is an excellent sideboard card.
Yep.
In his hand.
The one card that truly cared about domain.
It definitely did. But Sam going to be denied the trophy and the 9-0.
Yeah, the perfect day. That's just what Mono Red does.
It does. Oh, you're good?
It does it without any remorse.
And the great thing was, Sam, I really feel like, just carefully drafted his deck.
Yes.
And Theo was like, red card. I choose between 2. This one's higher damage. You know what? Staple on all cubes.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
This is the litmus test for your cube. How cute can you get? The answer is how fast is the red deck?
Yep. Absolutely.
And the answer for Sam was about turn 5.
Yeah.
That's about how long you have. And
yeah, I mean, Sam had early plays to sort of ramp his mana. He stumbled a little bit. He didn't have the 3rd land in hand to be able to play Solemn on turn and get the draw out of that. He had to make that play where he Eternal Witness back the fetch.
Yes,
and that
was critical.
That was really bad luck on his part, because boy, Theo did not stumble a bit. Threat,
yeah.
burn.
And he had about
nothing left.
He had about 12 left in his hand.
Yeah, There's still a Lightning Bolt at Jackal Pup after everything was said.
And he
done.
Fire Blasted him when he was at 1.
Yeah.
So if that wasn't going to kill him, that's 3 extra damage.
Yeah,
that he could have held around. And the crazy thing was, Sam access to that Collective Restraint would have prevented an outrageous amount of damage with Ball Lightning into Blistering Firecat, but stumbled. That was the one time Sam missed a land drop that it really mattered, and wow, what a game changer.
Yeah.
So we have Theo is going to be joining us in the booth pretty shortly. So Dan, I am happy that you were able to do this with me, because I feel like we shared the enthusiasm for being able to see this cube, bringing it back. So good. So many great cubes at CubeCon. You're going to be competing tomorrow.
Yes.
What cubes are you looking forward to that you know of?
I will be drafting one of my friend's cubes, hopefully tomorrow morning, called 4 Packs of Magic.
Okay, tell me about that one. What is different about 4 Packs of Magic that might be different from a regular draft?
There are so many things. It's an amazing cube. New York-based cube designer Derek Gallen. He's a writer for Hipsters of the Coast. 4 Packs of Magic. What's the first thing that's different? You're drafting 4 packs.
Okay, good start.
Packs have 16 cards.
Okay.
Double masters, double picks from the first from each pack.
Yep.
So taking 2. The cube is very high power level, but very fair.
Okay.
4 of each fetch. 4 of each duel.
Okay. Fixing no problem.
Fixing no problem, and just a lot of really high power gold cards. And then a bunch of singleton break archetype defining cards. So double Delver, double Collected Company, double Arclight Phoenix, double Ephemerate, double Stoneforge Mystic. So these decks that you think about sort of at sort of a legacy power level.
I need to hit this card to make this deck work, and you have
access to those things, but it's really thinking about like it plays very much like Legacy, where everyone's on like a 4-color like value Stoneblade, Kolagon's Command. Like, there have been all these different flavors and legacy of these like 3 to 4 color, high power, very efficient decks. And that's what this cube is all about.
That sounds so awesome.
It's super fun. The last time I drafted it, I played 5 color Naya Zoo.
Oh, I'd love to hear
Double
that.
Wild Nakatl is one of the singleton breaks to make that happen.
Yes.
Awesome cube. Couldn't be more excited for that. Hopefully tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
And continuing to reevaluate the cubes that are on my list throughout the day. The CubeCon team built their own custom app to be able to select what cubes you wanted to do, and you can update it up to like 10 minutes before the pod fires.
Yeah.
To give yourself more options. So as I hear about from friends and other attendees, all these awesome
I played
cubes.
this really awesome cube.
Like,
let me change it to that.
I have to go in and do that. So it's been fantastic that way.
Well, Dan, I appreciate it. We're going to be
Thank you
rooting
so
for you, my
much.
friend. I had a great time. But you know what? I'm going to kick you out because I got to talk to the champion.
Awesome.
Theo, come on in, buddy. Come on in. Hey. I want to let you know something, my friend. As we come in, the slide champ. You, as I now see, have drafted many cards that may have been older than you.
Yep, that is.
And you know what? You completed a feat today, which you may not know.
Yeah.
Sam was playing for his 3rd trophy of the day, undefeated on the day.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, he told me I'm his only loss so
Yes.
far. Yeah.
And you know what? He's going to remember that. So if you, when you make it to top 64, which you're winning a draft is on a good way to do that. He's going to be looking out for you, no doubt. So you went into this cube. Have you drafted this cube before?
No, I haven't. No, I really don't have that much experience with old border cards at all. So, I first picked Incinerate because it seems good, and I just kept picking red cards.
I love to see it. Look, we love Sam's deck, but it was difficult for us to not be excited for you to just keep punching through that damage. Fantastic. So, was there anything that you felt like you missed out on in the draft that you would have wanted for your deck? You had a lot. You had a lot of
I took like a Goblin Ringleader pretty early because I know Goblins is supported, but
you had a handful of Goblins.
I ended up drawing my 1-drop and 2-drops, even though I only have like 3 or 4 of them in my whole deck. I just got lucky, and I
noted that every time. Yeah.
So I took a few Goblins that I didn't end up playing, but other than that, my deck came together really well. I wheeled Ball Lightning like almost last pick, so I was like, I know.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch.
Signal. Yeah.
Ball Lightning into Blistering Firecat.
Yep.
That is powerful.
Yeah, and my friend told me I would never activate Hammer of Begarden, and I activated it twice.
2 times.
Twice to win the game.
Meaningfully. That first game, able to manage. Sam gained 12 life off of Ravenous Baloth.
3 Ravenous Baloth. He even told me before the match, he's like, how do you feel with this matchup? And I said, pretty good. He's like, I have Ravenous Baloth.
Yeah, he's trying to psych you out, and you were like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I have Hammer of Begarden, okay? The OG. How are you feeling about CubeCon?
Oh, it's awesome. I'm having a great time. I've drafted 6 cubes so
6
far.
cubes?
Yeah.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it.
Hopefully 6 more.
6 more. Absolutely. We got 3 tomorrow. Good for top 64. Hopefully we'll see you again. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks so much.
Have a great time. And that is it for today with our 3rd trophy winner on coverage, Theo McGrath. We are done for the day. This is our last cube. We've had a great time. Hopefully you all have enjoyed seeing cube content the entire day. We're going to be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Time with draft number 4. We got a really awesome one lined up. I will actually be back in the booth at 9 a.m., so don't miss that. Any parting words as our last champ of the day, last trophy winner of the day?
No, not really.
Draft red cards.
CubeCon's great. Draft red cards.
Draft red cards. CubeCon's great. Excellent.
Yeah.
CubeCon? Where's J-Bro? There he is.
He just
there
appears
he
out
is.
of nowhere.
You call CubeCon, and then J-Bro just shows up.
That's my deck. Good job.
There he is.
Amazing.
All right. That is us. We are done. We're going to take – we've got a long day of coverage.
You defeated the dragon.
Yes. He did defeat the dragon. And there's no – honestly, what a great way to end. You got someone that's just climbing the mountain and just
Yep.
the elbow drop.
Sometimes 1 color is better than 5.
Sometimes 1 color is better than 5. Can't say it any better myself. That is it. I'm Justin Parnell. That's Theo McGrath. That's Jonathan Brostoff over there. He and I are going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be calling all the action tomorrow and the rest of the weekend. Do not miss it. 9 a.m. Central Time, CubeCon, twitch.tv/ColGutRanger. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.